Real quick before we wrap this up, gun to your head, Kelsey or Kittle? What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, counting down the top 101 fantasy football players for the 2020 season. Number 27 on our countdown is tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce. He is our second ranked tight end. Last year, he finished as tight end number one. He had 97 catches last year for 1,229 yards, 5 touchdowns on 136 targets. Also added one rushing touchdown. I think on one of those little backward shovel pass things. He had 207.8 fantasy points, an average of 13 points per game. All right, so Travis Kelce, he has established himself as the number one tight end after kind of the Gronk era for fantasy tight ends. He's finished as tight end number one in 4 straight seasons. Last year, he had 9 end zone targets, lots of touchdown opportunities there. And like we've already mentioned before, with all these Chiefs players we've done recently, he's on the NFL's top offense. Tons of chances with Mahomes throwing the ball and their chemistry. So look for him to just have another great tight end season.
Yeah, the only thing with tight ends is like I feel like when you draft them early. Now, I mean, like if you've been getting Kelsey lately, like I guess you do get your value out of them. It's just like when I've personally taken tight ends early, I never get the value out of them. Like there's always guys you could draft later who perform, but with that being said, I think Kelsey is just in a different situation with Mahomes. I mean, he's had over 100 targets the last 5 years, over 1,000 yards the past 4 seasons. He had double-digit touchdowns last year. He actually took a step back last year and was still tied at number one. I mean, he's going to be 31 this year, but I mean, when you have Mahomes throwing the ball, like I just I don't feel like he's worth his ADP though. Also, kind of like just like Lamar Jackson, I feel like you need to get one of those top wide receivers or top running backs right here. If you go tight end early, like I feel like you're fucking yourself on the back end.
What is his ADP?
I got
17.
17. Yeah, okay.
First tight end overall.
Last year, he went 17 in our draft.
Did he?
By the league winner.
Yeah.
I mean, proof's in the pudding, but
Where did
I don't know.
George Kittle go?
George Kittle went 32nd.
Kelsey
33rd.
Kelsey is the surest thing in fantasy football this season, probably. Besides, like maybe I'd probably say the surest thing in fantasy football this season. There's really no one else besides maybe Michael Thomas. Like they do, like Keller just said, number one tight end in the last 4 years. Like he's gonna get over 100 targets. He's gonna have 7, 8, 9, 10 touchdowns. Like over 1,000
Probably
yards.
1,000. Yeah. He's so right now he's going, or I'm sorry, last year he finished around the area. He finished right behind Allen Robinson, kind of around Amari Cooper, Julian Edelman. So those are all like wide receiver twos this year. I think we're going around that area. I mean, they're like borderline wide receiver ones. Yeah. So that's like I try to mention in the Mahomes video. That's what you're getting with Kelce is a potential wide receiver one in your tight end position.
Yes.
So
but the upside isn't there. Like he won't ever even sniff top 5 wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like where you can draft someone where you have to draft him, the potential is so much higher. But you're also getting that jump on everybody else in the league as having him as your tight end. You know, like I don't know.
Yes. So when you're going up
Basically
against
fucking
someone
roulette.
else, when you're going up against someone else, they're probably gonna have a lesser tight end than you. And if they are streaming tight ends, you probably have 10 points on them already just by starting Kelce over.
And it is
True. That's
I
true.
think every year that I've won the championship, because I never drafted tight end early, I've traded for one late, one of the good ones, and it's a great feeling to know that you have a tight end every week that you don't have to worry about. Because usually that's one of your parts of your team that you're always worried about streaming a tight end, like Matt said. You'll get stuck with someone like Jack Doyle running out there every week, like I was before, and like it's just it's an uneasy feeling because you never know what you're going to get. Whereas you can get a guy like Kelsey, Kittle, Ertz, you know what you're getting every week, and it just makes you feel that much better.
That's true.
Yeah. I guess I'm your resident tight end guy, I guess, because I'm the only one that, not the only one, but out of us three, I'm the one that takes tight ends early. And if you're like a baseball fan, then you'll know about the WAR, the wins over or wins above replacement.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're getting is like a high WAR with a good tight end, because his replacement is going to be like a fucking Kyle Rudolph. So like I said, that's 10 points right there that you're getting. Now I'd feel a lot more confident drafting a wide receiver 2 that can compete with a wide receiver 1 than I would with a tight end going late that can compete with Travis Kelce.
I guess it's like I get your point, but like where Kelsey is going relative to like running backs and wide receivers, like the guys around him have potential to finish top 5, outscore Kelsey by like, 70, 80 fantasy points, but you also do have to hit on a tight end late to be relevant. Like if your tight end sucks dick, then yeah, you're getting fucked every week if someone has Kelsey or Kittle or Ertz. But
Like last year, you could have waited, but you still had to be the guy that drafted Mark Andrews or Darren Waller late to be good.
And I mean, let's be honest here. The only way I'm personally taking Kelsey or Kittle is if I have one of the top 3 draft picks. Because if you're towards the end, like you're not going to get them. They're going to be gone before they comes back, and then you're basically going to have to get them at the first, second, or third pick on that little turn right there.
So you would take him?
Yes, I would take him. I've done a mock draft where I had Kelsey and Edwards-Helaire.
Didn't you also do a mock draft
It
where
was
you
a
took
little
2 tight
scary.
ends?
Yes, that was my strategy I was working with last year. I was going to go Kittle Kelsey pretty early if I had the chance.
No, that's a bad strategy unless you have 2 tight end spots.
Well, yes, but your point with the WAR, like
No, because we're
I
only
mean, I
starting
have
one tight
2
end.
well, because one's a flex, yes, but
Yes.
but Kittle would have probably beat 90% of flexes last year.
Yeah, but if you take Kelsey and Kittle, then your
Yeah,
running backs and receivers are
yeah.
shit.
I'd have to hit. Well, actually, if I would have did it last year,
I mean, you could have got completely lucky, but
yeah, I mean, because my second and third picks were pretty fucking terrible. So
So I also say that one reason to draft these guys, like Kelsey or Kittle, is if you like these running backs in the middle rounds, like a Gurley, like a Montgomery, David Johnson. Like if you think they have the
Very
potential to
true.
be a running back 1, then yeah, go ahead and draft these tight ends.
Okay. But to your point, for you to be in that situation, you would also either get McCaffrey, Barkley, Zeke, or maybe like Dalvin Cook. You know what I'm saying? So if Gurley's my number 2 running back and I have Kelsey, I'm comfortable with that.
And your wide receiver is going to fall, but I'm okay with that.
you can find some value wide receivers pretty
Yeah,
late in
yeah.
this year's draft.
That's true, but my point is like if you go Michael Thomas and then you go Kelsey, like okay, you're good fucking luck getting some
Well,
running back.
that's the no running back strategy, though.
That's true.
Then you just go a couple more wide receivers and you take Tariq Cohen. It worked.
Yeah.
It works. I'm telling you. People have
Okay,
won
so
championships doing that.
Real quick before we wrap this up, gun to your head, Kelsey or Kittle?
I thought we were going to talk about this in
Kelsey.
the Kittle video.
I mean, we'll do them both and see if Britt changes his answer from the next video to this.
It's so
Kelsey,
close.
and it ain't changing.
I'd probably let go Kittle,
Going Kittle also.
but it's so close. Just because
Nope,
Debo's out.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
All right, Travis Kelce going for his 5th straight number 1 tight end year. He is our second-ranked tight end, number 27 overall. We out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Wait, real quick before you end the video,